Hey guys, Miss Williams here, ready to teach you some number sense and fact fluency. Let's get started. If you remember, on Tuesday, we looked at a rectilinear shape and we found the area. Today, we're going to look at another shape. I want you to look at the shape below. What we're going to do is we're going to use the information that is given to us to help us find the area and the perimeter of the shape. We're not just finding the area today, we are going to find the perimeter as well. So, if you notice, let's look at the information that is given. We know that this top line here is 3 centimeters. This side over here, this length is 4 centimeters. This width is 6 centimeters. This length is 2 centimeters. But then, do we know the length of these two sides here, this one and this one? We don't. So, that is important. We've got to figure out the length of these two sides for sure. We're definitely going to have to use that information because if you remember, perimeter, when we find the perimeter, we have to know every side. We have to know the length of every side, okay? We have to know those dimensions because for perimeter, you add all the sides. You add the rim. So we've got to figure out what those question marks equal by the end of this problem. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with part 1. What we're going to do is we're going to find the area first. To be able to find the area, I'm going to have to split this shape into 2 different parts. Okay, I want to split it into 2 different rectangles. Okay, so I'm going to use a line and I'm going to split right here. I'm going to split it between this bottom rectangle and this top rectangle. Okay, let's look at the bottom rectangle first. I know that I can figure out the area of this bottom rectangle because I have the length here is 2 and the width is 6. So I already have my dimensions there, 2 centimeters and 6 centimeters. And if you remember, area is length times width. So my problem is 2 groups of 6. Area is equal to 2 groups of 6. What does that equal, friends? If you said 12, you got it. The area of the bottom rectangle is 12 squared centimeters. And if you notice, I labeled it in centimeters because that is our label. cm is centimeters. And I'm squaring them because area we always square. 12 squared centimeters. All right. Now we've got to figure out the top. Now, I know the width of my top rectangle. It is 3 centimeters, but I do not know the length of this rectangle. This question mark here, that's what I've got to figure out to be able to find the area. So my problem so far is the area is equal to 3 times s. I'm calling that question mark an s for side. I've got to figure out what that side equals, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the shape and I'm going to look for information that I for sure know. I know that this line right here is this entire line from top here to bottom is 4 centimeters. That's helpful information because this side has got to be between 4, okay? It looks like it's actually right about half of 4, but I can't assume that. I'm going to look for some more information. If I know that this length over here is 2 centimeters, then I know for sure that over here that this is also equal to 2 centimeters where that line here stops. So 2 centimeters is here. This S has got to be what, friends? If you said 2, you got it. Okay, the S is also equal to 2. Okay, so our area, this question mark is 2. So the area is 3 groups of 2. What is 3 groups of 2, friends? If you said 6, you are correct. The area of the top rectangle is 6 squared centimeters. 6 squared centimeters. All right, friends, so now that we've figured out the area for both rectangles, we have the bottom rectangle, which is 12 centimeters, squared centimeters, and the top is 6 squared centimeters. Now we can find the area of the entire shape. The area for the entire shape is going to be 12 plus 6. I'm adding those areas together. 12 plus 6 is equal to 18. So the area of this entire rectilinear shape is equal to 18 squared centimeters. Good job, friends. All right, now we're ready to find the perimeter. And remember, perimeter is when you add all the sides up. We know every single side except this question mark right here. We've got to figure out what that equals, okay? So I'm going to use some helpful information here. I know I'm going to have to use this line here to help me because this from here to here is 6 centimeters. And I know that this line has got to be in between 6, okay? What's going to help me also is knowing what this part is equal. If I know that this is 3 centimeters, then this line has got to be 3 centimeters. So 3 plus my question mark is going to equal this entire line, which is 6. So what does my question mark equal? 3 plus what is 6? If you said 3, you did it. Good job. So this line is 3 centimeters. Awesome. So now I'm ready to find my perimeter. I'm going to add all the sides up. I have 3 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4. All right, so 3 plus 2, I know it's 5. And 3 plus 2 is another 5. So that's 10 for these 4 lines right here. 10 plus another 6 is 16 plus another 4 is 20. So the perimeter for all of these numbers added together is 20 centimeters. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job finding the area and perimeter of this rectilinear shape. Rectilinear shapes can be hard, but if you use the information that's helpful, you can figure out the area and the perimeter of the shapes and also figure out those missing sides. Good talk today, guys. Okay, let's move on to our multiplication. Remember, this week we're multiplying by all facts, every single fact. You should be able to use the strategies you know. Building up, building down, using the distributive property. You are practicing getting faster and faster at those facts. So let's look at our first problem. What is the product? 6 times 7. You should know a strategy already by now how to solve this. If you know your 5s and your 1s, you can definitely solve this problem. 5 groups of 7 is what, friends? You should have said 35. And 1 group of 7 is, you should have said 7. So 35 plus 7 is what, friends? I know 35 plus 5 is 40, plus 2 more is 42. You got it, friends. Good job. All right, the next problem, let's take a look at. I want you to look at this problem. 3 times 8 equals 4 times 6. Is this true or is this false? What I would like for you to do is I would like for you to pause this video, okay? And I want you to go back to the slide and you're going to click on the link on the slide, okay? You're going to click on this link on the slide. And what I want you to do is I want you to solve this on the board. It's going to look like a whiteboard, okay? Let me show you what it's going to look like. It's popping up here. Okay. It's going to look like this. It's a whiteboard. And what you can do is you can write on it, okay? You can write on it. You can solve multiplication problems. So what I want you to do is I want you to write on this whiteboard and I want you to solve this problem for me. And then I want you to be ready to come back and see if this problem is true or false. All right, pause the video and I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, now that you've paused your video and you've worked this problem, let's talk about it. I want you to think about what is 3 times 8. I for sure know that 2 times 8 is what, friends? If you said 16, you got it. Plus 1 more group of 8. 16 plus 8 is? If you said 24, you did it. Good job. So now I've got to figure out 4 groups of 6. What is 4 groups of 6? Well, I know 2 groups of 6 is 12, and I'm going to double my 12. 2 groups of 12. What is that? If you said 24, you got it. So, guys, is 24 equal to 24? Is 3 groups of 8 equal to 4 groups of 6? If you said true on your whiteboard, you did it. Good job, friends. All right, guys, I want you to independently work in your multiplication book and work on those facts that you're still struggling with. Work on your 6s, 8s, 9s, those higher facts. Make sure you're really practicing because we want you to memorize, or we want you to know from memory those facts, okay? We want you to know from memory those facts and have a strategy to be able to tell how to solve that problem. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Thursday and a great weekend. I'll see you guys next week. See you later. Bye.